Okay, let's build our first HTML web page based on the example that we saw on the previous page. So all of the code that we're going to build in class, I want you to use Git and GitHub to back it up and to keep a version control here. Okay, just to practice what we learned. So the first thing we want to do is go in to GitHub. Okay, and if you look my GitHub, mgale-conestoga /software engineering ESC. This is all of the code that you're going to see this semester. But I want to start a new repo just so that you can see it as we build it. Okay, we're going to build them together. So to create a new repo, go to the plus sign here, click New Repository, and here I'm going to go seng 73123. It's course code, and here I'm going to just put in class code examples. Okay, we're going to make it public, and we're going to say initialize the repo and then create the repo. Now for your projects, make your repos private. Okay, and for your code, make yours private. Okay. Alright, so we're not going to add git ignore license for now. Okay, so create repo. Okay, so we've got our remote repo. Let's get the origin. So this is the origin address that Git requires, so let's copy that. Okay, and then what we want to do is head over to our so if you're in Windows, okay, I'm just using Windows for this video here. If you're in Windows, what you want to do is head over to your htdocs folder. If you're in Ubuntu or Linux, any version of Linux, it's either going to be in var www.html, the /HTML, or it's going to be in the htdocs folder. It'll be in your opt lamp htdocs or HTML. Okay, it's in the location where they're being served from. Okay, and I'd like you to put we're gonna create our Git repo here, so that we can update our server. And you can do this on your Pi too, by the way. You can update your server, so you keep the master repo. Okay, you keep your master on your server, and you can work with your team on different branches, but then you push those branches to master. Okay, so here what we're going to do, we're in this location here. So anyway, this is where you want to be, but we're going to clone our repo to this location. Okay, so what you want to do next is open up VS Code. Now if you're in Windows, I think we forgot to show you a couple more things for setting this up. Okay, I'm going to be using Git commands. I'm going to be using commands that work for in Linux. Now you can do one of two things. Okay, when you go here to the terminal, okay, the first time you open it, first of all, we haven't opened up a location. So let's go here, open up our folder. So we're going to go to, I'm in htdocs. Okay, I'm going to select this folder. Okay, just for now. Okay, so this is my whole folder here. What I want to do is go into the terminal, create a new terminal, and it's going to open it in the htdocs folder. Okay, so here we have, see this issue here, it's not opening up a terminal. Okay, so there's a couple things. If you have bash installed, you just click plus and it'll open up a new terminal. But if you don't have it installed, there's two ways of doing this to be able to run Linux terminal commands within Windows. You can get a program called git bash. Okay, so this is Git. Okay, when you go to that Git website that I showed you before, let me open up a new one for you here. We go to Git and then download. Okay, when you go here, when you download for Windows, this will get Git on your Windows. Okay, so this is Git Bash basically. Okay, so you can get Git Bash here when you download it. Okay, that's one. And Windows also has the Windows subsystem for Linux. Now, I'm not going to show you how to install that. You can do that if you like. And then you can install Git using the same commands we used for Linux. Okay. Now, the question here is, how do you add the correct terminal? See, there's different terminals you can add here to run things, and we want to be able to run our Git commands. Okay, so what you want to do is you want to pull down the command palette. Okay, and the shortcut is Control, okay, Shift, and P. Okay. All right. So once you have that, then what you want to do is type select default, okay, shell. And then you just click that, and this will open up a program. And here you can select Windows PowerShell, okay, Windows Subsystem for Linux. This is the Git Bash. This is the Windows Subsystem for Linux Bash, and then we have Git Bash underneath. I like to use Git Bash because this is the Git that we installed directly, but you can use this one, but then you have to install Git on it if it's not already installed. Okay, so I'm just going to stick with Git Bash for now because that's this program that we installed already. Okay, so now that's the default terminal, and when I click the plus here, it opens up my Git Bash, and we're in the location. See, I'm in the E. That's my E drive. It might be C drive for you. In the Champ folder and in htdocs. That's where the server is. Okay, so now what I want to do is I copied from here. I got to make sure that I have it. Move this over for a second. I copied this. This is the origin. Okay, so now I'm going to go here. I'm going to say git clone, and then Control V, push enter. Okay, so now we've got. Now if we take a look here, look, the SN7300 folder is now part of the directory. Okay, now I'm going to go into this directory. I want to open this directory. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to close this one because I just want to make sure. I want to close this folder, and I just want to enter directly. So go here, open folder, and go in htdocs. In here, this is the folder that we want to work with. Okay, this is where all of our Git files are, and this is where, see, the README, everything's in here. Everything is set up, okay, according to what we did last time. Okay, it's basically what's on in our GitHub repo. Okay, so now all we want to do is go in, and we can now open up our terminal. Okay, and again, hit the plus if it doesn't open up for you. Okay, and now we're in SN 73,000. We're in the master branch. Okay, so because we set it up this way, now we could say we could create a new branch and add a new feature. Okay, so if I say git branch, it's going to show me that there's only master, right? So if I say git branch, and we say HTML1, right? And we say git checkout HTML1. So this is the branch that we're creating. Okay? So now what we're going to do is we're going to create this file. Okay? We can use touch, or we can just go right into I'm just going to create it right in here. So go here and just say HTML1 ex dot HTML. Okay, so this is our example 1. Okay, our HTML1 example. Maybe we rename it. Want to rename it? Let's rename it. Let's call it HTML example 1. Maybe that sounds a little nicer. Okay. All right. So now we have our HTML file. Okay, so what we can do is we can go in here. I'm going to just close this guy up. I'm going to go into here and we're going to type out this this example. Okay. All right. So first thing we said was we want exclamation mark. See, it even recognizes what we want to hit. See, HTML doc type. Now, when I create, so this identifies that this file, okay, is an HTML5 file. Okay, if it had a different doc type, it could be XML, it could be older versions of HTML. Anyway, that's the file type. Okay, so the next thing we want to do is we want our opening and closing HTML tags. So that's usually what I do. It actually auto-completed for me, which was really nice. And then here I'm going to say lang, okay, equals, and I'm going to say English. Okay, and then here, now we can start our HTML. Okay, and it even auto spaces for us, which is really nice. Okay, now the basic structure of an HTML page is just like a person, right? You've got head, oops, head, right, and then body. Okay, so I'm going to do the same thing here, and then say body, and it autocomplete, which is just beautiful, beautiful. Okay, and we said that what we wanted in on our web page is we wanted to have a title tag. So remember, the head contains information about the page, and one of the possible tags is the title tag. Okay, and inside the title tag is what you want to write on the page. So I'm going to say website title. Okay, all right. That's it for that. This is just a basic page. And then we're going to use header and text tags. All right, so let's say h1. So here I'm going to say my header 1. Okay, and then put a paragraph underneath it. Say my paragraph, I can't even spell, paragraph 1. Okay, and what I could do, just to save some typing time, just go in here, make these h2 tags, right? Will it autocomplete? No, it won't for me, but that's okay. My header 2. Okay, now Control S. All right, so I've saved it. Okay, so now let me just get the spacing up a little bit. Control S to save. All right, so what we can do is, again, you can go to this file, right-click it, and open it in a browser, right? But we want to serve it from the website. This says website. Okay, website title. All right, so Control S. All right, so what we can do is we can push this to a branch, okay? Or we could just say, for now, because this is basic thing, we could show our if people are beside us, our teammates, is this okay to add? Okay, great. So then what we do is we say git commit, right? Right, we put a message. So we say first HTML page, okay, added to project. Okay, and then we say, actually no, you know what, I want to separate out where these files are going to go. So what we want to do, I actually want to move this file into a folder. Okay, so let's go here. So we say new folder, and what we're going to say is HTML, because later I'm gonna get code for CSS, for JavaScript. So this folder is going to contain all the HTML example code. So let's grab this and move it into HTML. Are you sure you want to move? Yeah, of course I want to move it. Okay, so now we have this folder that's part of the. Okay, so now what we can do is, let's say git status. Okay. So now what we need to do is we need to add our HTML example 1, or there's a couple ways. We could say git add a. We add everything, and then we say git status. So okay. So now we have this new file, a new folder. Everything is ready to be staged, and now we can say git commit m. So we say created HTML folder and first HTML web page. Okay, git commit, done. And now what we can do is we can go in and we could say, all right, we can actually go git push. Okay, so let's see here. What do we want to do? We don't want to do too much. It's not a git example here. So, all right, let's just say git git checkout, right? And then just master. Okay. Now there's nothing. You see how this has completely changed? Okay, the folder that we just created. Now, I'm gonna assume that everyone's okay with the changes. Otherwise, I would have to push to the new branch. Okay, we would have to create a new branch, push it to GitHub, give a pull request. You see this guy right here. You can do a pull request straight from VS Code. Do a pull request, ask people to comment, and then we can do what we're going to do here. But because I'm the only one, I don't have to do that. So what I'm going to do is basically say git merge. Okay. Oh shoot, what was the branch name? Git branch. I just want to see what it is. HTML1. Okay, so we say git from master. We say git merge HTML1, and now it's merged. Okay, now we can see the HTML folder, and we could delete the branch if we want, right? So anyway, that's the next part. So now we want to view our video. I mean website. Okay, you know what? Let's okay, we'll view our website, but let's do this. Let's go git branch d, and again it was HTML1. Okay, I just want to clear things up. So now we go git branch. Okay, and now what I want to do is I want to update. Let's just update. So git push. My username. If I remember all this right. Password. All right, and good. It was pushed, and you can confirm that by going to GitHub. Go, where is it here? We can go up to GitHub, and we should be able to see that there was one branch. If we refresh this page, we're gonna see the HTML and the HTML1. Okay, so what we could do is we could go to here. This will show us the code, right? Or what we could do is let's just view it on our machine. Okay, so it's localhost sng 73000. Okay, and it's HTML1. Oh, sorry, HTML ex1.html was our name. Okay, and I forgot something. Okay, if we were in, it's the right location, but I forgot to start up the server. So what I need to do is go in, open up Champ, because we're in Windows here. Okay, and we start up the Apache server. We don't need the MySQL yet, but we do need the Apache one. Okay, so let's go in, initialize. Apache's green, so we're all good. Okay, so now we can refresh this page. Object not found. Maybe I spelled something completely wrong. So Let's take a look. Of course I spelled something wrong. I forgot that we're in a subfolder here, right? So this is the project folder, and I forgot I created an HTML subfolder, right? Okay, and then there we are. Okay, so my header 1, my paragraph 1, my header 2, my paragraph 1. Okay, should be 2. We can change that. Let's change that on the fly. Let's fix that on the fly. Let's go here, change it, press Control S, right? Go back, refresh. Fixed on the fly. Okay, so all right, that's the end of our first example. I hope you enjoyed this video, and I hope it taught you a couple things. All right, have a good time.